Mary Maloney sat waiting for her lovely wife Serena to come home from work. She would glance up at the clock every few minutes, though she wasn't worried, with the thought that her love would soon be home.
Hello, sweetie.
Hello, darling.
Mary walked over to the drink cabinet, preparing two. A strongish one for Serena, a weak one for herself. And soon she was back in her chair again with her book, intent on finishing the chapter.
Tired, sweetie?
Yes, I'm tired.
Serena did an unusual thing, draining the half-full glass in one swallow.
I'll get it.
Sit down.
She watched Serena as she began sipping the dark yellow drink, and she could see the liquid's oily swirls, showing how strong it was.
I think it's a bit of a shame how they keep police officers with families running into danger all day long. Would you like some cheese and crackers? I haven't made dinner since it's Thursday.
No.
If you're too tired, we could just cancel the babysitter and I'll make dinner. You won't even have to move out of that chair. I'll get the cheese and crackers first.
I don't want it.
But you must eat. I'll make it anyway so you can eat it whatever you want.
Sit down. Sit down and stay still for just a minute. Sit down.
Mary slowly lowered herself back into her chair, watching her wife with wide, concerned eyes.
Listen, I have something to tell you.
What is it, sweetie? What's the matter?
It's going to be a bit shocking, but I've thought long and hard, and I've decided that I need to tell you. Please don't blame me too much.
She watched Serena with a stunned fright, following each word.
So there. And I know it's not the greatest time to be saying this, what with the adoption so recent, but I saw no other way. Of course, I'll give you money and make sure you and the baby are taken care of, but this really shouldn't be made a stink of. It wouldn't be very good if anyone from work found out. You know.
I'll get the dinner.
This time, Serena had no time to stop her, as Mary had left the room with a wisp of wind. Lifting it out, she saw it was wrapped in paper, so she took the paper off and looked at it again. A leg of lamb.
Geez, I told you, don't make dinner for me. I'm not staying.
Mary Maloney walked up behind her, and without pausing, she swung. Mary took a step back, waiting.
Wake up! Wake up! Are you dead? Alright. So I've killed you.
She didn't know what to do. She had to protect her baby, so she wasn't about to take a chance. She brought the meat into the kitchen, turned the oven on, and shoved the leg inside. She ran upstairs to the bedroom and quietly went into the bathroom.
Hello, Sam. I'll take some potatoes and a can of peas, please.
She was about to pick up the baby before realizing it would be suspicious to bring him with her if Serena were at home. She ran down the stairs, grabbed her coat, and went out the door.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Mrs. Maloney. What can I get for you tonight? I'll get some potatoes, please, and a can of peas.
Okay, is that all for you?
What about meat, Mrs. Maloney?
No, I have meat. A nice leg of lamb from the freezer.
Oh, okay. I'm not used to cooking it frozen, but I'm taking a chance on it. Do you think it'll be good?
Personally, I've never cooked lamb, but my mom has many times, both frozen and raw, so I don't really think there's a difference.
Anything else for you tonight? What about dessert?
What would you suggest, Sam?
Out of this whole shop, this cheesecake is my favorite. When Serena cooks dinner, she always buys it, so she must like it too.
Thank you, Sam.
You're welcome. Good night, Mrs. Maloney.
Mary rushed home. It wasn't as if she was expecting anything, though.
Serena, how are you, sweet?
She was just going home with vegetables and dessert.
Quick! Come quick! Serena's dead.
Who's speaking?
Mrs. Maloney, Mrs. Mary Maloney.
You mean Serena Maloney's dead?
I think so. She's just lying here and she's not moving or breathing.
We'll be right over.
The car came quickly, and when she opened the front door, 2 officers walked in. She led them to where the body lay. One, who was called O'Malley, went to kneel by the fallen detective.
Is she dead?
Sorry, but yes. What happened?
Briefly, she told her story about going to the corner store and coming back to find her on the floor. As she was crying and talking, Noonan discovered a small patch of congealed blood on the dead woman's head. He showed O'Malley, who quickly called for more officers. She told her story again and again how she'd put the meat in the oven.
It's still in the oven, cooking.
Which store?
She told him, and he turned and whispered something to the other detective, who instantly went outside. After a while, the forensics team and the doctor left. 2 other men came and took the body away. The detectives and officers stayed.
Would you like to stay at your sister's? My wife would be more than happy to have you and your son over for a night.
No, I can't move. I feel sick. Would you mind if I stayed?
Would you like to lay upstairs?
No, I'd like to stay right here until I feel better. Maybe later.
So they left her there while they did their jobs.
Serena was killed by a blow to the back of the head, mostly a heavy blunt object. The murder weapon can still be here, but we have to find it.
Or they took it with them or threw it away.
Later on, a detective came and sat beside her.
Do you know if anything in the house that could be used as a weapon?
Not that I can think of.
Would you mind looking in the house to see if anything is missing, like a big wrench or a heavy metal base?
We don't have any metal bases, only glass ones.
Okay, what about a wrench?
I'm not sure if we have any big ones, but there might be one in the garage. Jack, would you mind getting me a drink?
The whiskey over here?
Yes, but just a bit. It might make me feel better. Why don't you have one yourself? You all look awfully tired. Please do.
You're looking so hard. It's strictly against department policy. But I might take a drop to keep going.
One by one, the others came in and were persuaded to take a sip of whiskey. Sergeant Noonan wandered into the kitchen and came out quickly.
Miss Maloney, your oven is still on, with the meat still inside.
Oh God, it is? Can you turn it off for me, please?
Sure thing.
Jack Noonan,
Yes.
I know you are all good friends of Serena's, and you guys must be hungry. Would you please eat up that lamb in the oven?
We can try, Miss Maloney.
Please eat it. My appetite is gone. You can split it between you guys, and then you can get back to working after.
But they were hungry, so they took the offer.
Have some more, Charlie?
No, we shouldn't finish it.
You heard her. We'd be doing her a favor.
Fine then, give me more.
The doctor said her skull was smashed to pieces. Must have been one big club the guy used.
That's why it'll be easy to find.
Whoever did it, they're not going to be carrying something like that around longer than need be.
Personally, I think it's right here on the premises.
Probably right under our noses. What do you think, Jack?